Hello again. Do not adjust your TV. The I lost an episode. It happens to everyone, as far as I know. Every once in a while, things just don't go right, and you lose an episode, and that's what happened to me. So we did get Liara. Everything with that went just fine, except it took me 3 tries to kill the Krogan Battlemaster. um, but we're back, and I wanted to spend this episode, just so you know ahead of time, in case you want to just skip it and go to the next one. We're going to spend this episode getting some story, so I'm going to talk to my people plenty. I'm going to try to avoid some things for going for too long, but a lot of this one is going to be me talking to people on my ship. But it's a necessary part of the game, because if you don't get all the missions from your people, then from talking to them, you're going to miss things in the future. So the first one, I believe, is that we're going to see... I think I might just go visit Joker really quick, see if he has anything to say at all. Occasionally he will, and a lot of the things that he says I quite enjoy. So, let's see what Joker's had to say. Hello, Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
Boo!
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Nah, I just wanted to
go.
see if you had anything
see ya.
to see. Bye. Oh, there we go. So there's little things all over the ship. They just give you little bits of experience and info in your codex. You are not going to see me sit here and read the codex to you. I will not be going that far. But I do want to talk to some specific people. Not that guy. Sorry, just not that guy. I think if I speak to Dr. Chakwas, she has a mission, but I'm not entirely sure unless that doesn't happen until the next one. Oh, that could be useful. Is she here, Doctor?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
There you go.
I should go.
Goodbye,
I like
Commander.
speaking to Dr. Chakwas because she is in all 3 games, and it's nice to have something that's the same for all 3. Because when you get to the 3rd one, let me tell you, you're looking for any kind of familiarity. So here's Liara, Dr. Tassoni, and we're just going to chat with her.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't worry
Just glad
about it,
we got there in
Liara.
time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Alright, I'm
I
not
should
going to
go.
chat with her too much,
Goodbye,
though. I have
Kaden.
to be careful with her and Caden because they're both romanceable, whether you're female or male in this game. And for this playthrough, on the first one, I am not planning on romancing anyone. So just so you know that ahead of time, not going to romance anyone in this game at all. But I believe I can. Is there? I think there's another one. No, not another one. Okay. I'm so used to all the other Normandies all have something over here, but it's not there now. So we'll go chat with Caden, but I do have to be careful what I say because it's hard with the speech options to not start to flirt with him.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The
Absolutely.
council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
I'm not going to tell him to zip it. This is a flirt option. I have to pick this one.
well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe
Like justice is so much smaller of a thing.
Sorry. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
What do they train you for?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
It's like
There
you
are
memorized
worse
it
results
right out of a
from
book.
Accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
What is the survival rate?
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on jump zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
I'm curious
You know
about
of any
these.
intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I pretty much gave up waiting for the good part.
Oh,
Bad habit, ma'am. I do tend to run off at the mouth. I will work on it for my next review. Sorry to have wasted your time, ma'am. Won't happen again.
oh, that. I hate that it's so mean sounding. I didn't mean to just like shoot him down and be a jerk. Like, I should have picked the middle option probably. Oh well. I will get a chance to talk to him again. I think they give you pretty much every possible chance to start a romance with Caden. But I'm hoping that since, because last time I was a female character and I did not romance Caden, I also killed Caden off. So that I only had Ashley, and Ashley is not a lesbian relationship option. So, like, I had no issue at the point, there's always one big romance scene in all three of these games. And so nothing happened because I hadn't expressed any of those options. But this time I'm keeping Caden alive, so I'm curious as to, even if I'm just nice to him, if he still shows up and I have to shoot him down then. Because that will be very much different of a thing to do, and it's going to be sad for me. Garrus!
Commander, nice work out there.
Oh, thank you.
I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
That's true.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That's all?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things.
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Oh,
That's
he
sort of
won't.
why I teamed
Trust
up
me.
with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
No problem, bro. Oh! Touch. Is there anything else I can touch out here? I've actually never even looked over here before. Interesting. Alright, so here's Ashley.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do I have to can we talk her?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
Why?
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because they're aliens?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
The Normandy was created with the Turians. I'm pretty sure they know what's on it. Why don't you
You don't
trust
trust
them?
the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
We need allies
Standing up
too.
for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As
Well,
noble
that's
as the
true of
Council
humans,
pursue
too.
now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
So would humans.
You get a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look.
That's
if
too
you're
many
fighting a bear
ists
and
for
the
me.
only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human.
That's so
It's
cold.
not racism, not really.
Yes, it is.
Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I want to be nice to her because I'm killing her off, but you gotta learn to work
Alright,
with
I can
aliens.
see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Don't you dare.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
No.
Dismissed, Chief.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
I actually definitely was really mean to her before. And you don't have to be really mean to her, you know? Like, you know the option that was like, just shut up or something like that, or like, you're out of line. I did that one, and she was like, oh, you know, and she was all worried that she was going to be in trouble. But, my man!
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Yes, there is.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Tell me about it. Come on, just a little one? Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race.
Oh.
That was fun.
Oh.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I love how Garrus is right in the background for this whole conversation.
Don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I'm very sorry.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Ouch.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Why?
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Now, the genophage is very
What can you
important.
tell me about the genophage?
And I do need to talk to Rex a lot because I need his
Ask
mission
the
is very
Solarians if you
important to
want
get his mission
details.
done.
They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
I have to
Ask
admit,
the Krogan.
not often.
Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
They're
It's
warriors.
just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are you people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Why is that a problem?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Oh, Rex. You're so depressing
So,
right
Rex.
now.
Shepard.
He's a really good, awesome guy, and he's depressing to talk to a little bit now, but after we give him a little bit of kick in the pants, Rex is amazing. So just look forward to Rex being amazing. This is our drive core. Isn't that nice? Oh, so pretty. I can touch it. I can touch this also. Oh, and this? I can touch all kinds of stuff in here, actually. Is there anything else I can touch in here? Tally. So, I love Tally. I really do. Her speech options take way too long. But we are going to chat for her for a little bit.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You
I
like
had
ships?
no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource.
Is that so?
But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly.
Mostly.
We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Okay, here is where we find out a lot about the Quarians and the Geth and the pilgrimage. I'll save us a lot of time, and I'll talk about it
I should go.
myself, and then I'll come back and I'll talk to her off camera, because you need to get that score the points with her. But basically, Quarians created the Geth, which are the machines that we've been shooting the whole time, and the Geth started asking questions about their existence, basically, and we'll find out all this later, like in the third game. But it caused the Quarians to kind of dissolve, quote, air quotes, the Geth project, as it were, because they were supposed to just be workers, but they started asking about their existence, so that was a problem, because AI research, like, in this whole world, the Mass Effect world, is completely illegal. So they were starting to show signs of being AI, so they tried to wipe them out. And then the Geth, being smarter, you know, after, you know, it's a collective consciousness kind of thing. They're just, they get smarter, the more that there are. And what happened is that the Geth fought back, there was a big war, the Quarians then got kicked off their home world, which is why they live on the flotilla, which is just a bunch of ships that kind of roam around space. And the Quarians, they're kind of like gypsies, basically, and they kind of catch a lot of flack for that. Everybody thinks they're just like, you know, thieves and all this kind of stuff because they're trying to get technology on their pilgrimage, but really they're just trying to get technology on their pilgrimage to come back home to the flotilla and improve life for everybody else. So they just catch a lot of flack, and I don't like to see it myself, but it's kind of a shame. So that's the, you know, abridged version, I guess, the compressed version of the whole Geth Quarian thing, just to save us some time. I'm going to end the episode here, and we'll start coming back, and then I believe that I'm going to go ahead and do the I think that I will do... Oh, do I not have this? We might have to go and hit the Citadel and pick up a couple of things. But I want to actually complete a real mission, so maybe we will go to... Not Zoo's Hope. We'll go to Novaria and deal with the stuff there. It's going to be very interesting because we are going to meet some very interesting people. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.